Hi guys, here from Pax Europiana from Georgia. Good morning. It's a beautiful day here from Tbilisi. You see the churches and the hills. The city is doing very well, but it's of course in a big economic crisis. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Yeah, but the effects of the war of Russia, the indirect economic effects, here in the southern Caucasus, of course, much harder than anywhere else outside of Ukraine. Where to buy things from, where to export things when you are surrounded by Iran, which is now developing nuclear weapons, and due to Western weakness and confusion, it will probably very soon be nuclear. That will be the next big crisis to come, and there will be even tougher sanctions from the West, and the relations which are already very bad with Iran will further degrade. With Russia, the relations could hardly be worse than we have it at the moment already. And so we have, of course, Armenia, which is a Russian ally. Then we have Azerbaijan here. Of course, there is good relations between Georgia and Azerbaijan, so there is good things. And then, then there is Turkey. And Turkey plays a pivotal role here for Georgia, and I'm calling here in this video now that we in the European Union must improve our relationship with Turkey. It's so important for Georgia and for Europe, but here are very specific Georgian relevant points which I want to make. Yeah? First of all, Georgian currency and the currency of Turkey needs to be linked to the euro, because the policy of constant devaluation is then hurting especially Georgia very hard. If the Turks go down, and it's a total mess, that's of course extremely problematic for the people here in Georgia. How to export, how to work, how to trade with Turkey, it's deeply problematic. And Turkey is the only land route towards the EU market. So here needs the second thing is of course that Georgia must be in the EU customs union. That is what Turkey has already. It's a specific customs union, to be correct, EU-Turkish customs union, but that customs union must be extended to Georgia. Absolutely, that's absolutely important. And it's not so complicated anyhow, because there's the DCFTA already in force, so it's some minor adjustments, and like we have done it now for Ukraine and Moldova already, to put everything quota-free and duty-free. And so that's the second thing. The third thing is a major drive for interconnectivity of eastern Turkey with Georgia. I, by the way, call a long time for that one already, and I made slides and so, but nobody was listening. Then nobody listens to me. Then the result is always war, disaster, and billions of costs for the European taxpayers due to the incompetence of our political authorities. Yeah? And that's the situation. So here we need a major investment drive to connect Georgia with Turkey, but on the railways, on the highways, and whatever, electricity, because that's all extremely important. Of course, in the energy sector as well, Georgia must be synchronized with the European electricity system, like we did it with Moldova and Georgia, and that's of course probably very complicated given the distance. But it is absolutely without alternative, because, and here comes also good news, we can obviously offer that as well to Azerbaijan with its gigantic energy resources, and that makes a lot of sense, and Turkey should be interested in that one as well, because they are the friends and partners of Azerbaijan. So here is the infrastructure interconnectivity, the common energy market, and yes, the decarbonization, that's important as well for Georgia to decouple fully from Russia. Then the situation is obviously that a lot of European companies, until the war 2002, to my utter shame, had treated Georgia like an ex-Soviet country, and they had the headquarters and the transport route and the distribution channels for European goods for Georgia via Russia. Very bad. That is anyhow over, because we need to decouple and de-engage from Russia. Many of them have left, some of them are still there unfortunately. The Polish are complaining for a reason. We need to order all our companies out of Russia and we need then to find, of course it would be good to put oil directly to Georgia, but if not Georgia, then it must be via Ankara or via Istanbul, via Turkey or via Austria. We have also good links. By the way, we should have more air links to Georgia. So the regional responsibility for Georgia from European company distribution centers must be shifted to Turkey, and that is very important as well. So that's the only land route now. The Black Sea is mined and very difficult to navigate now. So the only access is either air and or land, and that's via Turkey. Coming to the land access, that's also extremely important that we have land air access, better air access. So that's a key requisite. So the air links between Georgia and the EU are not as good as they should. So here really a major drive must be done, and if it must be state funded and state supported, then it must be, because the interconnectivity must be improved. Then to the products. Of course the Georgian products are sold very often in the ex-Soviet area because they were one internal market and they know their products. They love the Georgian wine and the Georgian cuisine, they love to travel there. That's the same for Ukraine and for Russia. Both for different reasons, because it's almost impossible to come from Ukraine to Georgia today. I met one person yesterday, and you know, they have to travel then by train to Poland, by Poland to Turkey to here. It's a huge 2 days effort to come. So that's not for tourism, obviously. During the war, nobody wants to make tourism. So ultimately, the Russians also, there's a lot of Russians here, especially dissidents who left Russia. There's a lot of people who settle, who don't want to live in the dictatorship of Putin and the terror regime. I fully understand that, and there we should be fully open for all Russians who want to leave Russia. They should be very welcome in Georgia, in Serbia, in Austria, wherever. We should be also making it very easy for them to live, because it's one way to sap the energy out of the Putin's regime, to get the good people out of his taxpayer and economy and society. But what we definitely should do is then also make sure that the European consumers know the Georgian products, because they're very good. Georgian cuisine, Georgian agriculture, Georgian supplies of manufacturing goods, Georgian startup scene is very good, and also the Georgian wine is very good. So we need a European-wide effort to buy Georgian products to replace the loss of the Ukrainian and the Russian market, because I call as well for the Georgian to break the free trade agreement with Russia and decouple their economy fully from Russia. That's not easy, but that's absolutely needs to be done as well. So that's, I think, one of the overviews of the things here in the morning on economics, and of course decarbonize your road transport. It's a lot of cars here in the morning, and there could be a drive for public transport, but that's another story of my favorite topic. And by the way, Mr. Lindner, and carbon mobility, and no, we don't need your Russian-powered carbon mobility, no to diesel, no to fuel-powered cars, only electricity as much as we can and wherever we can. From 2035, it's anyhow much too late. We should do that immediately. Good. Yes, that's for Georgia, one of my views here in the conclusion of my Tbilisi leg. I'm trying now to get to Batumi. Wish me luck, and I will keep you posted from that beautiful town if I make it there. Cross fingers, and I will keep you posted from wonderful Georgia, from the conclusions of my 9-country tour for EU enlargement year 2022, and I hope there will be wisdom on the 23rd of June. And everybody who votes against the EU enlargement, 3 countries seem to be opposed. Yeah? I guess it's France, Hungary and Austria, the shameful 3, the trio of horror. Then I hope they will be punished very hard, and I will do my best to achieve that. Thanks a lot, all the best. Bye from Pax Europiana here from Tbilisi in the morning. Bye.